Alright, so I got a battle here against my good buddy Ron. He's just getting back into Pokemon after I asked him if I could test out a team. So let's see how his old school team fares against my new school team, eh? So he leads off with an Azelf. I lead out with Roserade. I'm confident I can live through at least one flamethrower, and I get burned, go figure. So that starts the hacks. I'm able to lay down a sleep powder on him, so that's real helpful. So now I'm either predicting a switch, or he's going to stay in and try to wake up his Azelf. So I'm going to set up some toxic spikes. Take some time thinking, because he hasn't been on in a while, and I respect that. Still asleep, I set up toxic spikes. The thing is about toxic spikes is, you need to get 2 layers off in order for them to work perfectly. Because if you have at least only one of them up, it actually helps them more than it helps you. So I get my second layer up because he still continues to stay in and let me set them up. And the burn's actually getting to me, so I'm thinking of switching out to my Heatran, predicting that he's still going to go for Flamethrower. And if he wakes up, I get a Flash Fire boost. So instead of trying to Magma Storm him and trap him in here, I'm going to go taunt him in the event that he tries to set up Stealth Rock on his own, or if he switches out to something that will get hampered by Taunt. So he takes a while to think about this one, until he finally switches out to a Vaporeon, which makes me really glad that I taunted now, because Vaporeon are bitches to fight, and I'm glad that I was able to taunt it. So now all he can do is attack me, which I'm going to leave to my Swampert to absorb, pretty much, because my Swampert's bulky like that. So now all I'm just going to do is get barraged by Surf since he's taunted. Meanwhile, I'm going to go set up some Stealth Rock here, because I love setting up entry hazards. But instead he just decides to switch to a Gengar. And right now I'm fearing some sort of energy ball or something, because he's old school, and old school teams have energy ball like that. But then he has Shadow Ball instead, and I just decided to roar him. To a Metagross. So that's 2 Pokemon that are immune to toxic spikes, which is just absolutely brilliant. Here I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm pretty sure I can take whatever he throws at me. So he goes for an Earthquake, and I try to go for some Earthquake of my own here. And I'm surprised at how much damage it's doing, and I realize that it's a critical hit, which is bullcrap, because I hate hacks, and they're gay. But that hints me that it was an offensive gross. And besides, I got burned earlier, so I guess that balances out the hacks, quote-unquote. Anyways, yeah, it was an offensive gross because it took more damage than it should have. He sends out a Gengar, and now I'm just going to switch out to Roserade for Death Fodder, basically, so I can get a free switch in. I send out my Dragonite, and I don't know what the Gengar is right now. I know it doesn't have Black Sludge or Life Orb, so I'm thinking it's Choice something. So if it's stuck on Focus Blast, I'm just going to use Draco Meteor and whatever the heck comes in. And luckily, a Mamoswine comes in, and now it's going to get destroyed by all the entry hazards. Even if Draco Meteor didn't kill it, I'm pretty confident that it would have left it at enough HP where my Draco Meteor would have, or no, where Toxic would have killed it. And now I'm feeling pretty good about myself. That Mamoswine would have wrecked my Dragonite had I not played this correctly. Sends out the Gengar again, and I can't really stay in because I can't do anything with -2 special attack. So I'm going to switch out to my Heatran, take whatever he uses. Uses Hidden Power. And I'm pretty sure it's Ice because he wouldn't use Grass on a Dragon type. Now I'm planning on, no, I double switch because I tried to get him because I didn't know that he was choiced. So I tried to double switch trying to get to my Gengar, because hopefully me sending out Heatran would force him to use Focus Blast, and I could send in my Gengar free. And now it's up against the Vaporeon, which I can set up on anyways, so I don't really fear anything. This is a special type of Gengar. You'll see it's got some weird and novelty type of moves that are actually pretty fun, in my opinion. So I'm just going to keep subbing up till I get to really, really low health, and he's going to wish and get harmed by poison and all this other residual damage that I've laid out. So now I'm predicting him to either protect or switch. So I don't want to waste a Shadow Ball because I have a Life Orb on this, and if the percentages go wrong, I can't create a sub after this. So I just clicked sub again, basically just burning a turn. Now that he has full health and I have low health, I'm going to Pain Split him and put myself at a decent amount of HP and put him at lower HP than me. So this thing's pretty fun to use. I'm scared of that Heracross though, but I'm pretty sure that he's choiced onto Stone Edge because he was faster than me. And yeah, he wouldn't pursuit. Anyways, my brain just went dead, and oh yeah, I realized that this Heracross isn't a Guts Heracross because of that. I'm pretty sure that a Guts Heracross would have done more damage than, well, that. It probably had Swarm. Unfortunately, it was stuck on Stone Edge, so he can't do anything to Swampert unless he gets a crit. So I finished it off with Ice Punch. Now, Azelf's coming in, it finally wakes up, and it finishes off Swampert. No big deal, really. I mean, I don't really fear Azelf at all. So I send in Blaze, because I don't think he has any moves that can harm me. The best thing he can do is explode. So I just go into Magma Storm him. Screw Taunt, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to switch out at this point. Now here, I'm afraid of the Surf, so I switch out to my Empoleon, which is the core of this team. I mean, the whole point of this team is to set up an Empoleon sweep, and I got kind of hasty here, because I realized that although I'm probably going to get my +6 attack and Pitaya boost, excuse me, well, I don't have any super effective attacks against Vaporeon, so I'm hoping that he's eventually just going to switch out to a Gengar, or to his Gengar, and I can just finish him off with my attack of choice, so things are looking pretty good for me right now. I'm just going to keep getting my speed until I hit +6, then I'm going to be the fastest thing in this particular game. Not in the whole game, but yeah, nothing will outspeed me. I'll be fast. I was faster than his Gengar after 1 agility anyways, so I'm feeling pretty safe. The only thing is that I can't really kill the Vaporeon by myself. So, yeah, there we go. I got my +6 speed. He gets Wish. Now I'm planning on nailing it with an Ice Beam, because if he switches back on a Surf, then he's going to get Water Absorb, and I'm afraid of that. So I use Ice Beam. Then he destroys my sub, which triggers me setting up a new sub, because I want my Pitaya boost. So this little series here is him basically just T-bolting me and me subbing up trying to get my Pitaya boost. So, alright, now I've got my Pitaya boost, but I'm still afraid he's going to switch in if I use Surf, and that'll just make this fight even longer. So I continue to keep Ice Beaming him. Makes me wish I kind of packed Grass Knot right now, because that would have been real helpful. Yeah, that takes care of the Gengar, which I found out from him that it was Choice Scarfed, so it's great to get that thing out of the way. Now this is just, I don't know, this is just boring right here. He keeps prolonging the inevitable by wishing and protecting, while because I don't want to sacrifice this Empoleon that I've fully set up, so I just keep trying to kill him with Ice Beam, while he does this protect wish combination here. Hold on, my friend Tyler IM'd me. Ha ha ha, oh my god. Oh jeez. Anyways, yeah, he keeps protecting and wishing, and eventually I just decide, fuck it, I'm gonna have to, in order to make this match shorter, I'm just gonna send out my Gengar and finish this battle off. Um, sorry, my friend Tyler just told me something funny. Anyways, yeah. I Shadow Ball him, and he wishes again, but if poison doesn't kill him now, that would have added like 2 more minutes to this battle. Anyways, thanks.